What's up, MMA fans? Let's take a quick look at how Dricus Du Plessis knocked out Robert Whittaker. First off, I just want to say Dricus' team had an incredible game plan for this fight, and they really did their homework on Robert here. Rob is an incredible fighter, and there's a reason he's only lost to Izzy in the last almost 10 years, and was ranked in the pound for pound rankings despite not being a current champion. That being said, he has been hurt a number of times by different opponents, and he's not untouchable by any means. He has some very clear holes in his game, and Dricus and his team exposed what I have always believed to be his biggest flaw, and that's the position of his lead hand. Rob is a hands-down fighter, much like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who likes to dart in and out and overwhelm his opponents with superior speed and accuracy. The position of his hands allows him to throw with great speed and almost no telegraph. However, it leaves him open to counters in nearly every exchange, and like I said, Dricus' team did their homework on this one. In Rob's fight against Jared Cannonier, near the end of the third round, Jared catches Rob with a shot that rocks him, and you tell me if this looks similar to what you saw on Saturday night. This is the exact shot that Dricus was constantly looking for from the start of their fight, and the shot that him and his team undoubtedly were drilling over and over again, knowing it would be there all night. So let's take a look at some examples. First off, note how Dricus starts the fight off in southpaw. Dricus is not a southpaw. He's an orthodox fighter and has fought all his fights from an orthodox stance. So when he fought nearly the entire fight from southpaw, clearly it was part of the game plan, and landing this specific shot must have been part of the game plan. Early in the fight, Dricus comes out and applies heavy pressure, and Rob makes him pay for being a little overzealous in terms of how much pressure he was applying. Just a minute into the fight, and Dricus falls straight into a right hand while looking for the jab. Rob was able to land this counter because, again, Dricus is applying too much pressure at the start of the fight while not maintaining the correct distance or utilizing the correct rhythm and timing on the shot. Here at 2:10 in the fight, Dricus finds the correct distance and the correct timing and lands a beautiful power jab, the same strike that would ultimately put Rob down. And I want you to take note of the rhythm and timing of this jab. He steps forward with the right foot, and as he goes to step forward again onto the right foot, Rob looks to land his own counter jab by timing Dricus' step. It's a very common tactic to try and land punches when your opponent steps onto their lead leg, as it keeps them planted and unable to move forwards, backwards, or laterally. Dricus recognizes that Rob is looking to time his lead leg and uses this read to his advantage, and he does so in an absolutely brilliant way. He uses an incredibly tricky, very intelligent trick that you rarely see in MMA. Dricus knows Rob is looking to counter with the jab, so as he steps forward onto the lead leg, instead of planting his leg, he actually fake plants his leg and instead pushes off the back leg and initiates his jab just a fraction of a second before Rob, and this allows Dricus to intercept Rob's jab and land first. He lands it flush, and Rob is very lucky to have not been rocked here. And in the finishing sequence of the fight, Dricus uses the same shot with the same timing, and he lands clean and drops Rob, which is ultimately the beginning of the end of the fight. An amazing game plan executed by Dricus and his team, and a great job doing homework on their opponent. I heard Rob say something like he simply didn't show up to this fight and Dricus did show up and that's why he won. However, I don't believe this was the case at all. Dricus and his team did their homework on Rob, and they came in with an excellent game plan. And Rob didn't look off in that fight at all to me. He was very sharp, he was very fast, and he was doing well in the early sequences of the fight. However, Dricus was simply better prepared, came in with a better game plan, and frankly, he outsmarted Rob in this one, which resulted in an amazing win for him and his team, and now sets up what will surely be one of the biggest fights of the year between him and Izzy. And I can't wait to see that fight. I hope you all enjoyed this breakdown. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.